Yes, people, if it's your first time watching Never a Foul, big up yourselves. If you're not new, then big up yourself as well. But today we're going to be talking about the weekend results. Obviously, Bournemouth absolutely getting caned 4-0. And then also Arsenal as well. We'll be talking about that later. That's why we got Brandon in the building. Bit of a different type of fan that some of you don't like, some of that you do like, realistic or not. You will value his opinion one way or another. Kunle is actually, I believe he's actually ill. So bear with us.
Well, Arsenal won, so I would presume he actually is ill, and he's not just avoiding.
Yeah. Oh, that's quite true. But Brandon actually shows up, so you can't knock that. But yeah, big up Brandon for jumping.
Oh, true. Northside's been more active for the last 3 weeks than he has been for fucking months. It's what happens when Arsenal lose, and when Arsenal win, you get the other lot.
Yeah. Welcome to the channel. Is Musa? Musa's underneath me. He supports Liverpool, and then obviously Welks is quite familiar at this point. And yeah, Monster's Monster, isn't it? He'll be on in after his live as well. But yeah, man, look, Liverpool, I've got nothing but praise for both teams. I'm not here to hate or actually give anything off. If you don't want to challenge their opinion like Monts, that's up to you guys. You see my videos. I'm not going to change them anytime soon, but there's nowhere to actually start other than the Liverpool wank fest that's currently going around. Because you know what? A lot of us wrote Liverpool off a little bit for this game, I'd say. As well, I don't know what you
really. No, this is
Bournemouth have been on a good run,
Yeah.
Oh, no, on a good run.
100%. I'm not saying Bournemouth haven't been on a good run, but it's the same as yesterday. Anyone that's like, oh, I'm hoping for a Crystal Palace win. Why were you hoping? Like, what made you think Crystal Palace were going to get something against Arsenal? And the same with Liverpool. Listen, this is Liverpool in a title race. This is not Liverpool of last season. This is Liverpool in a title race, right? Liverpool in a title race, they win against Bournemouth away. Like, it's that for me.
But listen, Bournemouth are one of the most informed teams in the league right now. You can't doubt how they're playing right now. You can't knock how they play. They're playing incredible football nowadays. Solanke's been on top form. We shut him down. We have two elite centre backs. One Van Dijk is the best right now. You can't have anyone better. Konate is probably better than one of the best centre backs right now in the Premier League. Saliba.
So to be clear, so firstly, I'm not knocking Liverpool, right? What I'm saying,
no, I'm saying don't knock Bournemouth,
and I'm not knocking Bournemouth, and I'm not knocking Bournemouth neither, right? But this is Liverpool in a title race. Liverpool in a title race is different. Like, Liverpool in a title race will get the wins away at Bournemouth and inform Bournemouth last season, or when they're not in form, or when they're not.
I agree, but this is Liverpool with no Salah. This is no Salah.
You had a few players out, but just to be clear, there's one thing I want to take from that. If we ever do a stream later in the season, you have your two centre backs, two of the best centre backs in the world, yeah.
Yeah, I'd say.
What is Dapster saying is absolutely facts. Like, listen, Bournemouth are an informed team. Like, that's not trying to disrespect Bournemouth's team. We already know the Bournemouth team. But this is
I'm just making sure. Just making sure. This is a Bournemouth team that got 19 points out of 24.
I want to give Liverpool their praise at the moment. I'm on a high horse with Liverpool at the moment, and rightly so. See, today, I was thinking of a 2-0. The fact that I got 4, I'm absolutely grateful. This was always going to be a must-win game. And people, listen, I don't want to talk about Salah. I don't want to talk about Endo. I don't want to talk about this. Their man up doing their thing. Obviously, of course, apparently Salah's back, obviously, doing his rehab at Liverpool. But I don't want to talk about them, man. See, today, we had Virgil van Dijk. We had Konate. We played a youngster on. And obviously, we had Nunes and stuff. These men had to step up. He was calling for these men head. As much as I'm on Nunes
and Jota, bro.
Don't get right. Listen,
Jota. We don't talk enough about Jota.
The team as well. And you're right, Daps. This is a team that you're thinking, right, if you're trying to go for the title, you win these type of games. Yes, it's away from home. Yes, you can say about Bournemouth, but that's not the conversation today. Today, the conversation is I saw my manager bring on 2 youngsters and played another youngster as well. Bro, and we still won the game.
No, bro. The conversation. Do you know the biggest conversation for me? I know you love rating your youngsters, Welks, yeah. But here's the thing: when Salah went off, I remember watching a couple of streams with Monts and other people on, and when people were saying, "Oh, without Salah, without Trent, without this, without that. And Mont's saying, yeah, but this is where we need the players, certain players step up, and it's fine because, Núñez and Jota. Today, what we saw was Núñez and Jota, I think, was it 2 each?
Yeah, 2 each.
Yeah.
Right. So the question marks were, can Núñez and Jota step up? Right. Today, Núñez and Jota stepped up.
Oh, facts.
100%.
2 goals each.
Yep.
Like everyone at the moment, and that's what I'm trying to say. Look, for me, Bournemouth, I agree with you, Musa. I think Bournemouth play good football, yeah. I definitely think their coach has gone in there and he's getting them. Like, when they got rid of their last manager, it was a bit like, did he deserve that?
Yeah. Yes.
The board decided, now we want to improve the football we play. We want to take our club to a different level now, right? And you can see that right now with the football they play is good football. The difference today was the quality of their players compared to the quality of your players, ultimately. And also you're in a title race. This is Liverpool right now. Do you know what? Klopp's interview, did any of you watch it after the game?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
What he said at half time, you know what? He said, I was wrong. I thought this way of playing was going to be the right way of playing. I was wrong, right? And at half time, I said, good news though, boys. It's 0-0 still. Yeah. So second half, go out and be better.
Yeah.
And that's the key. Like, ultimately, we are in a title race now. How many games unbeaten in Liverpool?
14.
One in
14 now. 14 now.
I think it's 15 now, isn't it? That was
15.
Before. I think it's 15 now.
And bar that obviously Tottenham game, you could have been unbeaten since last season.
We wouldn't have lost the game this season if it weren't for that Tottenham game.
Either way, I was gonna ask before I tune into Brandon, before anything, guys, there's over 200 of you in here, so please smash the like button if you don't mind. Descriptions of all people's channel welcomes, True Gunners TV with Brandon, and all that will be in the description. So if you do like
channel,
yeah, of course he does. All that's going to be in the description. But I was going to say this, right? And this is just me being fair, right? Because my team's shit, so I can't be shameless anymore.
100%.
Why I say most, I would say, writ off Liverpool that are rival fans is because of the stream that we did the other day, or what I see on Twitter as well. Bournemouth were the most informed team. We were saying no Trent, and that Fulham game was a bit evident about the lack of creativity and substitutions needed to change the game. You could say Cody Gakpo kind of changed the game as soon as he come on as well. I thought. That's where I was wrong. Darwin Núñez had a good game, in my opinion, in the second half. You all had a good game in the second half. Even youngsters, even Conor Bradley, I was actually really impressed with the way him and Sinisterra was a good battle. But the way I look at it is like, last time I checked, Bournemouth had 1 loss in 9 games, by the way, and that's the one they lost to Tottenham, and that could have went either way. Last time I checked, they also had 4 wins in their last 5. Last time I checked, they scored many, many goals. Even if you want to go to do the consensus of how much they conceded over 40 period, I thought this game was going to be draw written all over it. Last thing anyone predicted was a 4-0 win, let alone a 3-0 win. A lot of us were saying 1-1, 2-2, 2-1s.
But no one predicts. No one predicts
that's
4 and 5.
There was one person that predicted 4 on the other stream. I can't remember who.
But I'm the same though. You know, Cass, I sometimes watch some of your daytime streams, yeah. And when City are playing someone, I see, this you lot all going 4-5-0. I think that isn't how football works, right? No one really. When I see people predicting 4 and 5-0s, I think this is mad. But that's the thing with Liverpool today. It was when they got that second, that was it. When they got the second, that was the game done. But it's the way they kept on. Because look, United got 5. Look, Arsenal got 5 yesterday. And we will come to Arsenal. Arsenal scored 5 yesterday. And these goals matter. Like, goals matter. At the end of the season, trust me, a team that has won a league on goal difference, goals can really matter. So it was important Liverpool went out and got the goals today. And just were the Liverpool that are in a, like I keep saying, a title race Liverpool. I can think back to when one of the seasons we were in a title race with you, and I think you were 2-0 down against Palace and ended up winning it, I think 3-2 or something. Yeah. Like, this is Klopp, and ultimately then that is Liverpool. That these games, like, come on. I hear what everyone's saying about Bournemouth, and I think the reason why Liverpool fans have got this thing about Bournemouth is Bournemouth have got a result against you. I think, was it last season?
Last season,
They beat us away from home.
But Brandon, it's my first time on stream with you. Let me get your Arsenal sort of mindset. Do you think you're on a title charge? Are you saying that you're trying to win? You could win the league this season?
I don't think we are, personally. Okay. I don't think we are.
Fair enough.
Did you watch the Liverpool game?
No, I didn't see the Liverpool game. I don't like watching Liverpool because
Yeah, same usually, bro.
Why?
It just reminds me of where we
Because we're the
should
most
be.
entertaining team in the
No,
league.
no.
So, like,
I mean,
I know, but-
you know what it is. The reason, like,
I can't
for
lie.
me-
The Arsenal plays nice football, though. I can't lie. When I was
No,
watching
I
Arsenal
don't
yesterday,
like-
they look nice. I can't lie.
But you know
When
what
you're
it
in the
is
mood,
for
what?
me. For
Watching
me,
Arsenal was like watching like Tuchel's Chelsea. Like they weren't
but
very
the
great
keys-
to watch.
The
They
keys,
didn't
does
look very
anyone
good to
like
watch.
seeing? Does anyone like seeing their rivals, the person they're in a title race, win games?
No, that's just City.
That's
City
why I
are
don't watch it.
robotic.
Bro,
That's
no,
the
but I
only
don't-
one.
I
That's
generally
City are
don't like-
robotic.
Once you man are on a run, listen, I'm telling you now, when Trent and Salah get back, I'm not watching none of your games. I'm not
Well-
interested in watching them.
Well, technically, Salah is coming back. If you don't
Salah
know,
is
people in
coming
the comments, he is coming back, but he's coming back on injury. But apparently, if he is fit enough and
He'll go
he
back.
can fly, he'll go back. Do I believe that? Probably not.
Kaz,
he
can I
won't
just
get
say,
there.
you were right with what you just said a second ago, though, that, like, when I watched Liverpool against Fulham, was that your last game?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
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 Fucking, this is mad, all this breaks. But yeah, when I watched that game, I was like, oh, you know what? Arsenal are going to beat you at the Emirates, yeah? Just based,
Sorry.
listen, based on
Carry
that performance against Fulham, right? That's not a mad thought, is it? Come on. The performance against Fulham, watching that, you could be like, oh,
After looking at your performances, probably not. I'm saying like it would be like at Emirates, you guys aren't too great. So I think
I'm City, but
basically,
yeah.
yeah. At the City at the Emirates. Yes,
Although at the
fair enough.
Emirates, we weren't good, though. No,
At the
but
Emirates, yeah, you were good.
I
Fair enough.
thought, you know what? Yeah, we can make up some ground on Liverpool by Arsenal taking some points off of you, right? But
Yeah.
then today, after seeing today, I'm like, it's going to be tough. Like it's that game's, and is that your next? Now you got Fulham, then them. Is that it?
we got Fulham, then
Carabao
Chelsea.
Cup
We
games.
got Chelsea, I think.
And
We
then-
got Chelsea.
Then we got
Yeah,
Chelsea.
Chelsea and-
Got Chelsea,
Yeah.
then Arsenal.
Yeah.
Chelsea at Anfield. We got Chelsea at Anfield.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that.
Wait,
Chelsea
wait,
at
wait,
Anfield.
Wait,
I don't
but I'm
mind
doing-
Anfield.
that's just got draw written.
Yeah, Chelsea's at Anfield.
Nil. That's a 0-0, isn't it? That's
No,
always-
Kaz, I'm usually with you of the 0-0 thing, but not this time. I don't think, like I said, like
Yeah.
that's just talking about when Liverpool's in a title race and your objectives have changed, you go into a Chelsea or Arsenal game very differently, just
Fair
a tad differently. And this is the same thing against
Yeah.
Bournemouth. We done it a bit differently. Like you man was saying, you guys are thinking 2-2. Oh, this might be a banana split. That was a narrative around, the Bournemouth and Liverpool game, and you saw what Liverpool can do. Listen, we can lose a game this season. I'm not saying that we're going to go unbeaten. I'm not saying that. I don't. If we had to lose a game, I could have been today's game. I would have like, cool, on to the next game. I don't mind a Chelsea with the momentum going. Who scored today? Nunes, which we asked him to step up. We've been calling for Jota to come back into the side. He stepped up as well. Cody Gakpo came off the bench. He stepped up. Then you got the likes of Szoboszlai and Trent and coming back. I'm all right with that. Konata's getting his fair
Robbo
juice
as well.
as well. Like, listen.
Oh, there was a Curtis Jones injury, wasn't there?
Oh,
Yeah,
but he said
Curtis
it's not
Jones
too
injury.
seriously. Like,
Nah,
Not too
apparently,
serious, no?
apparently, I've heard something different. Apparently, he might miss a game or two. That's what I've
It
heard.
might be a good
He
thing
might.
to actually make him miss the Fulham game and let him recover for the Chelsea
yeah,
game.
I would say.
Even
that.
though you might be down to
Yeah.
bare blows, you say Cody Gakpo stepped up when Curtis Jones is not the side.
Yeah.
Surely you step up a little bit. Let me ask Brandon something. You've got Liverpool coming up. How do you view Liverpool? I know you said you don't like watching them and that, but how do you view them, especially as Arsenal, especially in the position that you are, anyways?
Yeah.
I can't lie, I'm a bit jealous right now, Kaz, because watching Liverpool go on their runs, their mad runs at the moment, that's what we should be doing this season. That was the expectation for Arsenal this season. After last season, it was right, now time to kick on, now time to really challenge City for a title. Because let's be real, like last season, yes, we was 8 points clear, 8 games to go, but the title was already won by City before, like 2 games before the end of the season, because we basically just we threw it away. So in the end, really, City didn't need to win them last 2 games to actually win the league. This season, I was expecting Arsenal to, really, really push Man City and whoever else, Liverpool, whoever else, comes in the title race. And I don't see it from us at the moment. Like, we haven't demonstrated anything this season that can show me that we can go on a run at the moment. I know we beat Crystal Palace yesterday and it was a much better performance. But our form and our performances throughout the season haven't really been great. Let's be honest. I've not, apart from yesterday, I haven't seen this Arsenal side this season absolutely blow a team away like we we was doing last season. I know.
But Brady, you thought yesterday was a good performance?
I thought, well, when you compare it to the rest of the performances we've seen in the league this season, I thought it was much better. I think I think a lot of our issues this season as well is we've been playing this controlled football, or the top gooners like to call it, right? But we've been so slow in transition, always trying to play short passes. We're allowing the defenses to get back into position, and then you're trying to break down a low block, and we just simply can't do that. Whereas as yesterday, we moved the ball a bit quicker. It was one touch, two touch. We looked a bit more threatening going forward.
Yeah, but that's because Crystal Palace allowed you. I can't.
Look.
Now, do you know what? Do you know what I'd actually say on both of them? If Arsenal can say yesterday was a good performance, I would imagine, because I only watched the first half, right? The first half was not a good performance.
Not convincing.
The second half was a good performance, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. So if Arsenal can say that, Welks, listen, you're saying you're happy with Liverpool's performance today. If we're going to be real, your first half performance wasn't good. Your second half performance was good. Your manager said your first half performance wasn't good.
He said it wasn't good, but I think for the fact that we didn't equalise and we were still in the game, off the ball, we were still good. I think on the ball, we wanted to
bro, be fair and consistent. If you're happy with Liverpool's performance today, you're basing it on the second half. Therefore, Brad's got every right. He's got every right to say that Arsenal performance was a good performance based on the second half, because it's the same.
Yeah, but you're right. But this is you're comparing the Arsenal team they have against Crystal Palace versus the Liverpool team who played against Bournemouth with the bench.
No, I'm just talking on the performances.
The oldest. No, I'm saying listen. I'm saying but Liverpool. I'm saying Liverpool's team in general would have had a better performance if you had most of our better players in. Same way.
But that's not what I'm talking on. I'm literally talking on. I'm not talking about all the all the context. I'm talking about
there's context. But ultimately,
I'm talking about the performance, right? And the performance yesterday of Arsenal was predominantly good in the second half. The performance today of Liverpool was predominantly good in the second half. So if Welks thinks Liverpool's performance was good, he must also say Arsenal's performance was good.
That's at the end. Crystal Palace gave up and Martinelli scored 2 goals. And I think you in some sort of ways I do agree in that you I guess it was an okay performance. But Crystal Palace fumbled the bag. They was always going to lose this game. But I think on Crystal Palace side as well, you have to have context in this type of games as well. I expected Arsenal to win that game 100%, and yes, you got 5-0 out of it, but 2 set pieces and a Martinelli that's got an injury time when the game was already set and done. I've seen better performances from Arsenal as opposed to Crystal Palace. So you know what I'm saying?
I don't disagree with you one little bit. I'm not even sitting here and saying that, yesterday was a fantastic performance and one of the best performances I've ever seen from this team, because I do believe that last season we was performing a hell of a lot better than what we have done throughout the entirety of this season. All I'm saying is so far from what we've seen from Arsenal this season, that performance yesterday was better than what we've seen. Like, you got to remember, like this season, like people were saying, oh, we're still in the title race, it doesn't really matter about the performances. We were scoring 94th minute winners against Luton Town. We was only just beating Manchester United. Let's be honest, if Garnacho wasn't and that's cock offside, we don't win that game. And again, we did that in the last few minutes. Then you're looking at the Chelsea game. We expected to go down there, slap them. They're absolutely in the mud at the moment, mid-table. We go 2-0 down and we just about scrape a draw out of it. So there's plenty of cracks to look at in this Arsenal team. The only thing that I'm kind of hopeful on now is that the performance is get better from that game yesterday, because our front three hasn't been firing. Our front three's been shocking this season.
Front Eddie
Nketiah is our second top goal scorer this season. That tells you everything you need to know about our front three.
Yeah, and,
it's not. The thing is,
hold that thought, because I want to just focus on Liverpool for a bit before we dive into the things. But I think that's a nail on the head, big time. You have to rate Arsenal's performance if you're going to rate your own one today as well and give it praise one way or another. If we look on Liverpool today, let's not act like you wasn't flat and absolutely seasonless in the first half. Bournemouth were slightly better, but I wouldn't say there's much difference. Bournemouth are a better team than Palace, and you were away.
Agreed.
That's the difference. Being away from home compared to home, I'll give credit on that part. But for me, you can praise both teams, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You just come back from a period like Arsenal haven't played in ages. Liverpool right now, you just got to focus on what that second half proved a little bit to you fans as well, because a lot of you had doubts as well. Like it's only the other day where Mons was on the stream saying, look, don't get me wrong, like he still predicts a win, but he's not even entirely sure on, you know, certain players and stuff like that because of what you have available. Do you get what I mean?
They're the results of both teams. For me, as a City fan, listen, I did not want Arsenal to win 5-0. I didn't want Liverpool to win 4-0. I didn't want to see a good second half performance because, listen, it's better to have a good second half performance than it is a good first half performance, yeah? So both of you now carry momentum into your next games of winning 4 and 5-0 with good second half performances. So, listen, I think, but the truth is both teams in the first half were flat. Both teams were. They were very, very similar. I do agree. Listen, Arsenal at home, Liverpool away, and I do agree Liverpool were playing a more difficult opposition today. But I'll be honest. There were also, and I get it, bro. Don't do the Tottenham thing. You don't need to do the Tottenham thing and remind us about injuries all the time. Yeah, honestly, leave that to Tottenham and them, man. Right?
But it's our main ones. That's what I'm saying. Like
it's bro, it's your main ones right now, but. Look, there were similarities, I think, as well between Palace and between Bournemouth, in that even when both of them got opportunities, neither of them were clinical enough. Like their opportunities, and there's the difference, and there's why Arsenal and definitely Liverpool, because I'm not certain on Arsenal, are in a title race. Because when you get opportunities, you're clinical today. Nunes, he stepped up and he was clinical when he needed to be. And also, I've actually got to give a shout out, and it was funny that Klopp mentioned it in his interview. Mons, you're going to like this one. Shout out to Gomez with an assist.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, what a ball, of course.
But did you hear what Klopp said?
No.
Klopp said he literally stopped the interview and goes, by the way, can I just say Gomez got an assist today? And then he goes, I don't know if he was actually just trying to get rid of the ball, but it was a banging like that was Trent-esque. It was Trent-esque.
I mad because it was only in WhatsApp where it was only during the game where you was talking about Gomez saying he's the Liverpool, I'm not it.
Oh, I said Gomez needs to stick to defending and not go forward, because he was going forward and just doing nonsense, and then all of a sudden he goes and gets that assist, and also, to be fair, it's a good finish from Nunes, good run from Nunes. So I'm not trying to knock Liverpool. I'm just saying because ultimately, look, winning 4-0 is great, but the Liverpool that win leagues, you'll win by any means. You got the job done, and that's
and a shout out to Klopp for that one. And I think, I think Klopp is trying to prove me wrong. I think he's trying to prove us Liverpool fans wrong as well. Listen, we've always spoken about McAllister in the 6th year, but the fact that Klopp keeps playing him in the 6th year, and today he seems that he knows he's doing something with McAllister. And today McAllister, was pulling that strings. Defensively, see, in the first half, you might say we wasn't that great, but see McAllister, the way he was intercepting balls, the way he had that partnership with him and Konate receiving the ball from the deep line centre backs as well, I think was absolutely great. The way he was actually orchestrating that sort of midfield and allowed Curtis Jones and the likes of Elliot. Yeah, you man, do your thing, innit? Man will just control it here with these man at the back here. And the fact that Klopp is still persistent, because you think to yourself, man been screaming out, he doesn't want to play in the 6. He's come, well, other players have said that, McAllister doesn't really want to play in the 6, but it shows that, Klopp, I'm going to play him in the 6, and this is what he can do. And in his interview at the end, he said, listen, McAllister can play in the 6.
Quote him. No, quote him. Please quote him. Quote what he said.
Because if the system allows him to play in that 6,
quote what he said.
Quote it.
Quote what he said. Oh, I'll quote it if you want. He said he is in the 6th role on the ball. McAllister, there is no better 6 on the ball than McAllister. That's what Klopp said. No better 6 in world football on the ball than McAllister. That's what he said.
Come on.
That's my manager. That's my manager.
That's your stick, isn't it? That's your stick.
That's my manager. I'm gonna back my manager. That's my manager, bro. That's my manager. Look what he's doing. Look what he's doing to this team. Look what he's doing to this. Look, he's making Endo look like incredible.
So do you agree? Do you agree then? Do you agree?
I back my manager. Of course we do.
Man them.
I back my manager.
Let me say this from now. I have arrived. Okay. So Daps can't run these things when I'm here now. Now I'm here.
Obviously, no, I said that while you were here, bro.
Yeah. No, I know. But now I'm here. I'm here, not in the comments.
Right. I'm saying, no, you were here. I literally said it while you were on the screen.
Listen, when Klopp said the players are the best here and the best there,
Should I ask you them months?
When Klopp said our players the best this, the best that. You know when Klopp did that 2 years ago.
Yeah.
We're not going to.
Oh no! Hold on. Moose has already just said that Kanate and Van Dijk are two of the best centre backs in the world. So I've already got that one as well.
Yeah, he's up there. They're up there. Van Dijk is the best.
So I'm just saying, me and Brandon can sit here at the end of the season and go, well, boy, we were playing the two best centre backs we were in a title race with the two best centre backs in the world, the best sticks on the ball in the world. You know, so I'm just building it up slowly. The best fans is coming back.
Yeah.
Context. Let's add context. Let's add context, by the way. He said,
"You just focus on winning your next game, yeah."
No, don't worry about that.
You just focus on winning next game.
That. That's it. No, to be fair,
we'll keep winning. We'll keep winning. I don't know about you lot.
Oh, you don't know about us, lot. You
I don't know about you lot,
bro.
Nah, I don't know about you lot.
Oh, you don't. You've been in a title race, Musa. You've been in a title race.
Not this season.
Oh, okay. You're different this season. Anyway, our next game.
You're different this season, not us. You're different this season.
Okay, cool.
Stop fighting.
We haven't seen 3 or 5 kids on the point.
Man, we won 4-0.
Yeah.
If you are letting that get to you and you won 4-0, come on, guys.
100%.
We won 4-0. We don't need to be throwing. You see, first of all, Virgil van Dijk is the best defender in the world.
100%.
Kanate is in very good form.
Was he against Fulham? Was he the best centre back against Fulham? Remind me.
I'm pretty sure you don't have to be a 10 out of 10 every game.
You lot are doing this City Paul thing again, innit? I smell it.
No, I don't want to do City. I'm not fighting City. I'm not.
I mean, if you can name a better centre back on the planet than Virgil van Dijk, be my guest. But
Harry Maguire.
Nice.
There you go. I mean, that's a decent shout, to be fair. Anyway, now I'm taking this. But, bro, what you guys got to remember is those are the opinions of Jurgen Klopp. Obviously, there are better sixes in the league on the ball than McAllister. Basuma's better on the ball.
Maybe?
No. Basuma's better on the ball than McAllister. Rodri's better.
Whoa. Basuma's. I think calm it down. On the ball. McAllister's good on the ball.
On the ball. Basuma is press resistant as. Do you have you watched Basuma, bro?
I watched Tottenham enough to know that Basuma.
He's the one that made Tottenham concede at the Etihad. I remember it clearly.
Basuma's not amazing on the ball. Sorry, he's good off the ball. He's good off the ball.
And this is the difference. McAllister was known for losing the ball and giving away the ball cheaply, which is why we were complaining about Liverpool needing a 6 because he gives the ball away too easily and it's a great defensively. McAllister is in good form. Hold on. Let me land. He's in good form. McAllister is in good form. But if you want to go and win the league, he's not the man you play at 6, in my opinion. Neither is Endo. But of course, if our firepower is going to get us, no one's talking about Liverpool being where they are because of a 6. It's because of our firepower and individual defending and Alisson. No one's saying,
100%.
We got a Rodri-esque, Rice-esque rock in front of our back foot. The reason Van Dijk is getting the praise and Kanate is getting the praise is because there's no battering ram in front of them. There's no Fabinho there. So let's not do all of that. At the end of the day, I feel like you guys can have your opinions on someone like Basuma. I think Basuma is the most press resistant DM, one of the most, at least up there with Rodri. They're the two press resistant DMs for me. No, McAllister is also very good on the ball, as he's an 8. But if we're talking best on the ball, I think Klopp is stretching it. But listen,
on the ball, though, by the way, you have to be specific because you know you're going to get the merchants that are going to say stuff along the lines. When you say on the ball, that can mean many different things. Do you mean persistence or on the ball, like how good he is technically on the ball or what he does? Like
technically, McAllister is a technical player.
Because that's why you don't want to take Klopp's what he said out of context.
He's not the best. He's not the best in either. So
but
I think he's great technically because he's
good. He's not the best.
He is. I never said it was the Klopp said it was the
Klopp said, but you back your manager.
I'm back my manager. I'm back my manager. I'm back my manager no matter what. Look what he's doing to my team. He's making my team look like bro. This is Liverpool 2.0 now.
What's he doing for your team?
Tell me. No, I'm saying we bought new midfielders. No one expected us to be here, and we're here. So what we do, of course, look what he's doing to our team.
This whole no one expects us to be here is just hilarious, man. It really is.
It is, but no one expects.
That is true.
You're saying am I spitting?
Cast in June. Like, and for me, listen, I'm a City fan, so I think I'm qualified to say what it takes to challenge us. Cass, in June, who did I say would be in a title race this season?
That's you, though. That's just you.
No, I'm saying everyone.
No, you Liverpool man make up narratives. You make up narratives.
We're not making up narratives. That's just because you saw through the fog That doesn't mean the general crowd through the floor.
months. It is the same as this. It's a rebuild season, bro. You lost 4 man. You lost 4 man in the summer.
Okay, that's all right. Let's go on your compatriot. When I said Kaz and other United fans thought they were going to finish above us.
Oh well, fuck that, fuck them, man. But
you
man do make narratives. You man are making narratives. So that at the end of the season, if you don't win it, you can say, "Well, no one expected us to." You are, bro. You're late.
No, we're not Arsenal fans. I'm not gonna lie. We're not Arsenal fans. We'll take it on the chin. We'll take it on the chin. We'll take it. We'll take it. We've took it twice. We'll take it again.
All of you. He's triggered all of you. Well done. That's what he did He triggered every one of you.
I haven't triggered Brandon once.
No.
I'm not in the beef. No, don't include me. I'm not in the beef.
I'm just saying, go back. I'm not having the fact that we're making up narratives. At the start of the season, Liverpool were not expected to challenge.
What did you tell me on the phone once?
Pardon? What do you mean when I tell you on the phone?
Say it.
Bake. I said Chelsea.
Say it.
I'm not saying it yet. I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it.
Say
I'm not saying it yet.
Say it, Mons. Kaz, tell me, please.
I won't allow. It has to come from the horse's mouth instead.
Mons, you've got beliefs, but you're not willing to have chest and say loud.
No, Kaz, don't.
Okay, so basically, Mons thinks they're going to win the league. Yeah. All right, cool.
That's not. No.
That's
That's not what I said.
Beyond that.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you.
What they're going to do a quad?
I'm not saying anything.
They're going to do a quad.
I'm not saying anything yet.
Mons, are you going to do a quad?
I'm not saying that. I haven't said that.
We've heard about the quad before.
Yeah. They call it the quad season after winning a double.
No. Listen, either that's the month season. The Jurgen quad. That's the month season thing. Yeah, come on, man. That's how I made my name. But no, Kaz.
Go on.
When we done all the videos at the start of the season, Kaz, you were there. And when I said Liverpool finished comfortably third, you laughed and you were all like, what? I had Don trying to say stuff about what Chelsea are gonna do and all this sort of thing.
Come on, let's not do this.
When you land, I'll reply. Let me reply to this after when he lands.
Go on. I have a man on my own channel telling me, third place is a stretch. How can you say comfortably third? I'll hear fourth, but comfortably third. Trust me, no one said Liverpool's gonna finish outside the top 4. Liverpool expected to get top 4 easily, I'd say.
All right, you landed because
challenge for the title. I don't know.
You know. Look at him. He's even making the face. Once, someone in the comments, the other day, a few days ago, you can go see it. You love doing this thing. You love trying to start play. You do this thing where you play victim when your back's against the wall when someone targets you. I've noticed, like, it is what it is.
He's trying to get you. He's trying to get you.
You're playing victim.
You know what
this is Monster's memo. Yeah. Let me get back a little bit. Yeah. This is Monster's memo. When I said back in this day, when I said back on September about that player, when I said this back in what you said back in the summer, everyone was against me. Everyone was saying, no, Mons, you know what? He wasn't good enough, but I believed in him. Or the other way around, whether you want to reverse it. When I said he ain't good enough, back then, this is what it is. Bro, you're doing victim stuff.
Hold on. Are you saying Mons is playing victim?
Oh, you play, yeah.
Mons, who do you support?
Liverpool.
Imagine that. Right, let's move on.
Wow.
Look, I'm here to praise it. Look, obviously, we want to talk about Liverpool. We want to talk about Arsenal. We want to talk about Arsenal, yeah. Don't get me wrong, yeah. I'm here to praise Liverpool. Like, right now, I'm about to say, I hold my hands up right now about Konate wholeheartedly. I can say I'm wrong, innit? Big man. I don't need to be victim and start playing, but back then he was doing this, that, the other. Like some people.
Don't blame me for being right.
Anyways,
man blame me for being right. Don't blame me because I'm right. What do you mean? Well, I make statements.
Nunes is cooking today, Mons.
I'm just here to give you your flowers once. Guys, by the way, if you haven't done so, just please double check on your phones or the PCs or laptops. If you've liked the video, make sure that the thumb is lit. Then you know that you've done your job. If you don't mind, if you haven't done your job, then please, please do so. I'm joking. It's not your jobs, but yeah, man. Look, there's one player that went under the radar for me today. Yeah, not Konate, not Gomez. There's someone that put in a shift. And he was helping a certain youngster on the right-hand side. And that's Harvey Elliot. Yeah? I think I praised him earlier in the league as well. It's just the maturity of what his play is looking like at the moment. Like the Harvey Elliot that I saw even maybe last year or the year before that, I was onto him. Like, I was just onto him. I was like, nah, he's not good enough. He's
Cats
not going
don't
to.
do that. You're playing
No,
victim.
no, no, no. No, I'm
Playing
not playing
victim.
victim. No, because
You're playing victim now. Now you're playing victim.
I'm criticizing myself.
Now the role's reversed now.
Yeah, he's trying to be
Nah.
reverse Uno on me. What's he doing? Anyway, let me land, yeah. Today, yeah, I thought I saw another performance from Harvey Elliot. He started in central midfield, not off the right, and he helped Conor Bradley out a lot, especially when he did lose the ball in the first half against Sinistera, and then you see who's busting the cut to get back was Harvey Elliot. I think he's matured a lot in his play, and he might even be warranting a starting place because I thought he was a little bit of a difference maker.
It's defensively, I think.
Yeah, defensively.
I was a bit surprised when he came defensively.
I think he went under the radar, innit? For me, you can talk about Darwin Núñez, Jota, Gomez, Kanate.
I don't think you've spoken enough about Jota though.
Yeah.
Like Jota,
but you know what is Jota is that guy's finishing is what it's a one-touch finish for me. It's just I think in a fox in the box type
that
situation,
second goal is ridiculous. I think that second goal is outrageous.
I just thought I wanted to pick out a player, and I thought I'd pick out Harvey.
You know what? If you look at last time Salah went to the AFCON, so when 2 years ago when him and Mane went, it was Jota that stepped up them.
Yeah, John Oxlade.
Jota stepped up and started scoring goals.
Fabinho as well, scoring goals.
He was scoring the penalties. He was scoring our penalties for us, isn't it? Because he had like an unbeaten thing. But no, you're right with the Elliot thing, Kaz, because I can't lie. I was a bit surprised with that. I was like, I could see that Klopp was trying to highlight, make sure that you cover that sort of right hand side and back that Bradley. So I can't lie. Defensively, he was really good as well. So yeah, you have to give props to Elliot because I didn't know he had that in his game, and I didn't know he would play Elliot in that sort of way as well. So that was very interesting from Klopp as well. And even when Gravenberch came on, he kind of told Gravenberch the same thing as well. It's like, make sure you just back.
Gravenberch's like more of an impact player than a starter at the moment.
Yeah, no, and I think it's rightly so. But yeah, Musa, I think you want to let's do a call about Jota. Go do your thing, my bro.
Before we talk about
I think Jota is one of the best Liverpool finishers out. Like we've had.
I think in terms of number 9s in the Premier League, you can talk about that. You could talk about right now, even in the Premier League.
There was Suarez, yeah.
No. I said we've had Jota, we've had Torres, Suarez, all these attackers, all these Surridge, all these everyone in their prime. But Jota, in terms of straight finishing, just finishing, nothing else. If you want to talk about game, proper playing out with Suarez and other people, they were good. But Jota's definitely up there. I think
not with Torres, because we have to remember. For me,
I think Jota, bro. If you're talking straight, he's won games.
I hear you. He's won games, bro. You see Torres. Let's be real, right?
Demon.
If you
I'm talking about
Liverpool Torres
again,
before he
I watched Torres.
Torres had
I'm
telling you, there was one point when Torres was in his prime at Liverpool, before it dropped off. I'm telling you now, I have never seen this might be a bit wild, might not. Any footballer I would put my money on scoring if they were through on goal.
Again, Torres and Suarez have a wow factor in them.
That Torres season was mad.
I agree. But I'm saying they have a wow. I'm talking about just finishing. If they have everything else, Torres and Suarez have everything else. But if we're talking just in the space of finishing, Jota is I think is just as good as. Maybe as good as Torres, not as good as Suarez.
Finishing,
I think Jota's just as good as Torres.
No, but that's what I mean with Torres, bro. It was that. No, but that was the thing. I'm not looking.
Not as good as Suarez.
No, bro. You're trying to. Suarez, I hear you. I put Suarez different, yeah.
Suarez is another Suarez
that's not just finishing. But Torres' prime season, and I'm not meaning the season before I left you. I'm not meaning Torres at Chelsea. I'm meaning Torres in his prime at Liverpool.
Yes, at Liverpool. Yeah.
His finishing, if he was through on goal, there is, like Raheem Sterling, we don't know what he's going to do, when he's through one-on-one with the goalkeeper, right? If Torres was through, his finishing was immaculate that season.
100%. I agree with you. That's what I'm trying to say to you. I agree with you. But Jota, the way he finishes, I'm saying it's the way he does it. It's like he can be on the floor and he'll still score the goal. The game, he can anywhere in between the 6 and the 18-yard box. he's bagging. Like
You're
you
sounding
know,
like,
if he gets the
that's
ball,
Haaland, bro. That's Haaland.
like no. That's what he is though. That's what he is though.
Let
That's what he is,
Brandon,
though.
let
He's not
Brandon.
gonna he's not gonna score outside the box.
Let me
He's not gonna
Brandon,
score
bro.
outside the box. But
Go,
in
let
terms of
Brandon
area,
go, let Brandon go.
I like where you're going because I know you're saying you're not. By the way, in the chat, he's not saying he's as good as any of these guys. So
I'm not saying he's better than any of them. I'm not
talking
I'm
about
saying
finishing
finishing.
only. For me, I strongly disagree with you, and I personally think he's not even better than Sturridge as a finisher. I think Sturridge.
Oh my clone. Let's not forget that.
Oh, Owen, come on, bro. Owen.
Yeah,
Oh, wait, even
Sturridge. I love Sturridge. I love Sturridge.
Don't even put Owen.
I was going to say Origi in a minute.
Yeah,
Nah,
literally,
so how far back do you think he is? How far back do you think he is?
No, I think he goes probably just.
A man
below
said
Daniel
Andy
Sturridge.
Carroll.
I'm talking just below Daniel Sturridge.
Just below.
Brandon, what were you
Daniel
going to
Sturridge.
say?
I was just
Brandon,
going to say, I don't know why you're arguing, Daps, because now that's the two best centre backs, the best ball playing six, and now
The best finisher.
as well. So,
Bro,
no, again,
do you guys? The only reason why you're not in our position is because you ain't got finishers, Brandon. The only reason why you're not in our position is because you ain't got finishers, Brandon. You know that, right? You ain't got finishers in your team. You ain't got Saka, Jesus, Martinelli have got less goals than Nunes. Darwin Nunes.
I'm not even dissing
that
Jota,
true?
by the way. I'm not even dissing Jota because he shits on us every single time we play against you. So,
Exactly.
You know what you're doing, yeah? I think you need to get to know each other a little bit better. Everything you're saying does not affect someone like Brandon. I'll tell you that for free. He'll agree with you wholeheartedly. He's like Northside. He's like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, you gotta take it. It's one of those ones. You gotta take it.
No.
That's how it is.
This is what he's saying all along.
Bro, but what you do, bro, as a Liverpool fan to Liverpool fan, bro, slow down with these things, innit? Because
listen, it might be a take. It might be a take that's not like that. Not many people agree with because you guys are so loved. Because Torres is so loved. Because Suarez is so loved. I 100% agree with you.
Bro.
But I'm just saying everything. If you put everything else to the side and just agree, just the finishing, Jota's up there.
I'm saying slow down because listen, I wasn't in the stream about when I heard the Konate and Van Dijk thing. But Konate started the season horribly. He's in a good vein of he's in a good vein of form at the moment, and that's it. When we see it for longer, we can't sit here and boycott Arsenal fans for their world-class opinions. And then the second Konate hits 6 good games in a row, all of a sudden he's world-class. That makes us hypocrites. We can't sit and do that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Konate has always been that guy.
The one person will always associate with world class, obviously in terms of centre backs, is Van Dijk. And when it comes to Jota's finishing, I understand your point about his finishing, but with the second you start mentioning names like Torres, like Suarez, in terms of just being able to put the ball in the back of the net, you're giving man ammo to really smoke us with a single backhand if the second shit goes wrong. Because
who am I giving ammo? Who am I giving ammo? Because Jota is the one that's scoring against these lot.
He's the one that's scoring, but the goals ain't won us nothing. We ain't won nothing yet. So we might have not. I'm saying now we might have not won anything, but I'm saying when it comes to scoring against the big teams, Jota's there. So like when he's got he's the one that's scoring. So what's leave Jota just for now. All I'm saying is, bro, leave track for me. And obviously, this is my advice. You don't have to take it. Leave Jota in his own lane for now. He's on 7 Premier League goals, not 14 Premier League goals. He's on 7. Yeah. So let's let him.
The injury, because and he's been injured. He's got 7 league goals from 3 XG. Are we doing this? He's got 3 XG.
Mons, let me land for you.
He's got 7 league goals from 3 XG, bro.
He is officially the best finisher in the Premier League. That's what Moose is saying, basically. So.
But he's doing so well. Like,
no, joking aside, I'm bantering. But if you are telling me right now, yeah, that Jota just finishing, let me make it clear. I'm not. You're meaning Jota Jota just finishing is up there with Suarez and Torres.
No, I would say so. I take Suarez aside. Take Suarez aside.
You're pretty much saying he's the best finisher in the Premier League right now.
He's up there. He's up there. There's players. He's up there. He's up there.
Because we need to have a conversation on to Arsenal as well. Because we need Brandon and his opinions. We need everyone's opinions on Arsenal. From yesterday, I got called stupid for saying it's a huge statement, but I got my reasons why I branded it that way. You know what it is that Monster's trying to advise you to, by the way, what's up?
Calm down. Yeah, but he's trying to say calm down, basically. What is he trying to say?
He's basically saying the same thing that we get onto Arsenal fans about and custom. Like, you're doing that right now. And I think Brandon called it out about 5 minutes ago. So let's move
I'm
on.
comparing it to my players.
This
I'm
last
comparing it
thing,
to my players.
I-
Torres
I'm-
is my player. Suarez is my player.
I'm gonna back.
Like,
I'm gonna back
Arsenal fans
Musa.
compare it to the world. I don't do that.
but I'm
They
gonna
say
back- I'm gonna-
Saliba's the best player. They say Rice is the best player in the world. They say
Well, you
what's
said the
called
same
all
about
these
Kanai
players.
and Van Dijk.
You just
No,
said.
I think no.
let-
Listen
let-
to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
Anyways,
They say Saka's better than Vinny.
Wait,
I don't do
Can I
that.
just say one thing back to Monts though? One thing
I've
back
heard
to
that. I've
Monts
heard
is
those takes
listen.
before.
Same
Yeah,
way that
sorry,
he's
sorry.
telling you man to calm down. I think Cass won't say it, but I think Monts has told Cass that he thinks Liverpool are doing a fucking quad. So Monts, you might need to calm down a little bit as well. To be fair,
That's not what I said. I'll tell you what I said. That's not what I said. I'll tell you what I said later on. That's not what I said.
Someone said you're.
you should know the whole stream. Don't tell me. Listen, bro, we deserve to let all of our viewers in on the secrets. Don't just tell me. Tell everyone, bro. Put it out there into the universe. Manifest it.
In due time. But yeah, let's move on. Look, Arsenal absolutely creamed Palace yesterday. Depleted squad or not, I think the scoreline wouldn't really change for me. They still had their best back line, in my opinion. They played a 5-back and everything. Brandon, tell me about your game yesterday, because a lot of people have mixed opinions. I have my opinions. I might even end up disagreeing with you, even though I support United. I don't know yet, but you're more obviously headed with this.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was a better performance than what we've seen from Arsenal all season in the league. Is it enough? I don't think it. To be honest with you, I don't think we're in the title race anyway. And I've said this before. People will say, "Oh, yeah, but you've only, up until today was 2 points behind Liverpool. We're now 5 points behind Liverpool." I just think there's too much for us to do, and I still think City are the favourites. City were the favourites at the beginning of the season anyway. They're getting De Bruyne back, or they've got De Bruyne back. We know that they can go on a mad run. And the thing is, the reason the place where we messed up was when City went on that 6-game winless streak. That's where we should be winning games, and that's where we should be applying the pressure. Instead, we went on a 7-game winless streak ourselves. So I don't think we're ready for it anyway. And then you got Liverpool, of course. They've only lost 1 game this season. They're doing it without SALAH at the AFCON yet again. They're doing it without Trent as well. So I look at them 2 teams, and I don't think we're going to get anywhere near. There's nothing so far this season that's shown me that we can go on a winning run that is going to put us in there or thereabouts in May in title contention. I don't see it personally. But yeah, on yesterday's game, the performance was better. It still needs to get better than what it even than what it was yesterday, because you look at it, 2 goals from set pieces, which is great. By the way, Arsenal have scored 14 goals from set pieces this season, but you can't rely on set pieces to win you games every single week. Just like you can't be relying on 94th minute winners against Luton, or late goals against Manchester United and stuff like that. And that's what we've been doing a lot of this season. So I need to see a run of games now where Arsenal are performing at a decent level, where our front 3 starts firing again like they was last season. And we've got Forest next, which I expect us to go and win. And then straight after that, we've got to beat Liverpool at home. We have got to beat Liverpool at home to have any chance.
How do you regress? Because you're saying about, like, you said last year, you was almost close. You was 8 points clear. The football, you would think that, right, if you're playing that and you got so close, you would think you'll implement that to the following season that we're talking about now. You've added Declan Rice. We're not going to talk about Timber, but yet you didn't remain the fundamentals, and now you've regressed. And when would this title charge be? Because you had opportunity last season, and then what you have a dip now, but it's like you've added players to that sort of thing. Whether or not you think Kai Havertz was your signing or not, he's your player. You guys are not backing him. One minute you're backing him, 1 minute you're not. How can you regress? That's why I always get confused about Arsenal fans, because surely you would think that, okay, from you missing out the season last year, you should try to go and improve this season, like you have, right, by signing certain players. Now, he's abandoning a certain philosophy because you're going for this controlled, but you've won games regardless as well. So, yes, you might not say it's convincing, but at the same time, I'm a bit confused, because it's like, when would you be in the title race then? So if it was not last season you was in the title race, but now all of a sudden you're not in the title race.
Yeah, so last season, for example, right, Arsenal last season, the first 19 games, I think, how many points did we get? Was it
50 points, I think it was?
50 points. 50 points in our first 19 games. We was blowing teams away for fun. We was ending games by half-time. You know, the way that we was playing, we was absolutely purring last season. Now, when you look at the way that we played this season and the way that we're winning games, it's not a sustainable way of winning games so that you can be in a title race. Like, we can't keep winning games in the last minute. And just to throw context out there, because obviously it's the first time that me and you have shared, you know, a string together. I'm Arteta out, and I have been, because I don't believe that Arteta. I don't believe that Arteta can take Arsenal to winning major honours. I don't believe he'll ever be the guy. In fact, I believe that you can compare Mikel Arteta to Brendan Rodgers. You know, like, Brendan Rodgers got you guys to a point where you was challenging, but he was never going to be the guy to get you over the line. I don't think Arteta is that man. I think he's reached his ceiling, and that's about as far as he can go.
Even if he gets you
Who
second,
do you bring in
even if he gets you second, just about close. Let's say Liverpool dipping form, whatever, or City, whatever, and he gets you second, and
a decent
just
Champions
close,
League run in.
would you
What
still
about
keep it? And yes, let's say you go far in the Champions League. Okay, you didn't make it. Let's say you didn't win any trophies. So I'm talking about you don't win any trophies, but you got really close. Would you still have Arteta out?
Yeah, no, I'd still have him out, because my expectation at the beginning of this season, and this is what I wanted at the beginning of the season, I think most Arsenal fans, obviously, you know, a lot of them have changed their mind now because, he hasn't achieved it, so we've got to back the manager. Whereas his mind was, cool, we got in a title race last season. We should have won the league. There was various different reasons as to why we didn't win the league. Yeah. Let's go and get some, you know, decent signings in the summer, and let's go again. But this season, my main thing was win a trophy. Win a trophy. Didn't even care if it's an FA Cup, Carabao Cup, doesn't really matter. Has to win a trophy, because the last time he won a trophy was with a squad full of players that are no longer here anymore. You know, they're all Emery and Wenger players. Yeah. Since he signed these players, we've won nothing. And the thing is, as well, is I look at it this way. When Pep Guardiola came into Manchester City, Man City took the League Cup very, very seriously. And there's a reason for that, because winning trophies breeds winning mentality. It allows you to be able to go on to win the bigger things. These Arsenal players haven't won anything. So I wanted us to at least win a trophy this season and challenge for the league again, to then maybe go on next season and win the league. And this is why I say Arteta's reached his ceiling, right? Because we were so decent last season. We literally only needed a few pieces to the puzzle. You know, William Saliba got injured last season. That was a big part of the reason why we conceded so many goals and against poor teams towards the back end of the season. That's part of the reason why we lost the league. But, you know, midfield as well, Thomas Partey, he can't stay fit. Then you look at it and, you know, I was saying in the summer, we need a striker. And people were calling me crazy because we scored 88 goals in the Premier League. But it doesn't take a genius to work out that, yeah, okay, we share the goals around the pitch really well. But all it takes is for one or two players to not perform at the level that they was last season, and all of a sudden your goals dry up. And that's exactly what we're seeing now. These players are not performing at the level, and our goals have dried up slightly. So I always maintained that I wanted a striker anyway. What I didn't see was Mikel Arteta going out and replacing Granit Xhaka with Kai Havertz. That is something that I never expected. £65 million on a player that didn't do nothing for Chelsea for 3 seasons straight. And then it's like, I didn't see that coming. And I didn't see him changing in our entire way of playing, basically, with this whole controlled football and basically putting shackles around the players. Because when you look at Arsenal and the way that we play this season, it's very rigid and there's not much freedom, you know, like there was last season, where our front three was very free. We was very interchangeable. You know, you wouldn't just see Saka out wide all the time. He'd come in inside. Jesus would move out wide. Very interchangeable, very free-flowing football. And we haven't seen that at all this season, apart from yesterday. So maybe we can go on a run if we start to, you know, he starts to let the shackles and that off a little bit. But I just think he made too many mistakes in the transfer market and too many mistakes in terms of how we started this season as well. You know, we dropped points again to teams that we should be beating. You don't mind losing, you know, to the likes of Liverpool, City even. But when you're dropping points to Fulham and West Ham, and I know we should have won that game and we should be finishing our chances, but, you know, these are the games that made us come unstuck again like it did last
You know
season.
what though? But if you go off last game, though, if you go off last game, yeah, like I had loads of people come at me in the comments yesterday. Half were good, half were bad. It don't matter. Everyone's entitled to their own thing. But the way it is, if I go off yesterday, yeah, I have to rate it because you scored all sorts of goals towards the end when you killed off a game, something that's been criticised. You know, whether it's a goal in the air, I don't really give a damn. Last time I checked, Chelsea were quite dominant in the air when they had Rudiger and that. They won a damn Champions League under flipping Tuchel. I just think like you mixed up your goals yesterday. You can't knock a 5-0 win. You had like, if you want to do stats, you know, you had 3.5 XG while you limited them to under 0.4. Do you know what I mean? You had all the ball possession. You had good goal attempts. You were very clinical, in my opinion. Some shots were just that little bit wide. I thought Arsenal, you didn't even have to get out gear 2.
I'm gonna be a devil's advocate.
That was the difference between Liverpool's game today. You had to go up to gear 2, maybe 3 a little bit to go get what you did. And then, but for me with Arsenal, I thought you didn't even need to get out gear 1.
The only thing that I'd say,
you killed off the game before half time. It was done. It don't matter if they don't have IU. It don't matter if they had even Elise. They might have scored maybe, but you still slapping them. Them two goals, they're still conceding them 2 goals from the corners that Saka and Declan Rice whipped in my opinion. I just thought if you're gonna go off anything, it had to be positive because you had 1 win in 7. We were talking once we're talking about confidence before, you know, like because it is a thing. Can they come back? Can they get the hurdle over the hurdle? They said even a 2-0 wouldn't suffice. It depends on the performance. I thought that was a great performance. And we were talking about Martinelli. I don't think we're going to be hearing any cussing from Martinelli anytime soon.
No. The thing is, right, is I understand what you're saying. And Arsenal from set pieces this season have been really good. Really good.
Yeah.
And defensively hasn't really been too much of a problem for us. We don't tend to concede many goals or many chances. It's just the finishing of the chances. And yesterday we scored the 2 goals from set pieces. And then, you know, when Crystal Palace have to step out, but basically our
the game was finished. After Trossard scored, it was done. Yeah. It was done anyways.
Yeah.
It was
our other 3 goals were on the counter attack. And this is where the problem lies with Arsenal, right? When we're asked to break down a low block, like Man City face pretty much week in, week out, they face low blocks all the time. Because this is the only way for the smaller teams to maybe get something out of a game against City, because you're not going to beat them on a technical level. When we're asked to face low blocks, we become unstuck. When teams open up against us, like Crystal Palace did after they went 2-0 down yesterday, that's when we really thrive. And it's the same with Arsenal last season. We thrived last season because teams came onto us. They didn't just sit 10 men behind the ball. Now we've got a different problem to deal with. And I think yesterday, what worked so well, and I know Martinelli came off the bench, and, you know, that was the perfect move because Crystal Palace, tired legs, they're opening up. That's when you want somebody like Martinelli.
You got Smith Rowe got minutes as well. That was surprising. You know, something that's been.
But you had to play Smith Rowe.
Why do you have to?
I think what made the difference yesterday is Trossard, because Trossard's more of a technical player who can work in tight spaces, who is interchangeable as well, doesn't just stay out wide. He likes to come in central areas as well. And it made it a bit more free-flowing, more interchangeable around the front. So, you know, Crystal Palace players in defence are having to think about where they're positioning themselves, and that you had Jesus as well. I've never seen Jesus get caught offside so much for Arsenal.
Yeah, bro, I was surprised by that as well.
He was playing on the last man. Rather than being in midfield or having a conversation with Declan Rice, he was actually trying to be a number 9. And I think that made a difference yesterday as well. So
I think for Martinelli, you've got to look at it and look, up until we were starting to get the talk. Obviously, there still is the talk that Saka isn't cooking the way Saka was. But with Martinelli, it was another thing. Martinelli is not getting goals. Now, yesterday he came on, he got 2 goals. Your confidence comes, scoring goals leads to you scoring more goals, yeah? So you've got to take that positive for it as well, that he's got his 2 goals now, and now it's can you kick on? Because who's your next game against?
We've got Forest next.
Forest away, right?
They're going through shit at the moment. They had a good game against Brentford, though, I'd say.
And then you've got Liverpool. So they're 2 games you must kick on for. Because I do agree with you. I personally think if Arsenal lose to Liverpool in the league, they are not in the title race.
Yeah,
that's me. For me, that would be it. I think Arsenal, not only confidence-wise, and there's kind of, I think the squad needs a win there for their confidence, but also I think I'm not going to say you won't win the league, but I think you lose to Liverpool at home, and it's going to be because you're going to have to come to the Etihad and whatever as well. I think it could then become very difficult.
Got some good favourable fixtures. Forest away, Liverpool obviously a bit depleted. Yes or no? At the Emirates you should win.
Liverpool depleted.
Well, a depleted Liverpool, like they might
4-0.
Yeah, I know, but they should take advantage of that. In my opinion.
The only thing that I'd say about the Liverpool game, right?
You got West Ham and Burnley away on the bounce before you got Newcastle at home and Sheffield, and then
West Ham away.
Oh,
but that'll be a difficult game as well. But the only thing that I'd say about the Liverpool game that gives me a little bit of confidence, and I know again we were playing against a slightly depleted Liverpool side, but in the FA Cup, ain't nobody going to deny this. We should have been 4-0 up in that first half. Before we
but that's the whole problem. That's the main problem. Like you should have been 4-0 up, and you weren't. That's the whole attack thing. Like,
but Martinelli scored twice yesterday. Hopefully that gives him some confidence.
Front line, scored, all cooking pretty much. They were doing what they needed to do. Has anyone got any other?
Trossard did miss a couple of chances before he did score. So like, it's like, is it convincing? My thing is. Can it convince me enough that you guys can turn it around?
Well, has Nunes convinced you?
Listen, we're not changing the topic. We're talking about Arsenal.
Give it 6 months, it'll be better than Torres.
We're talking about Arsenal. We're talking about Arsenal. So like when I say Trossard, Martinelli, Saka, and Jesus, all of them have not like hit it this season. Even though last season they were on it, I'm like, this Arsenal team actually go through the next couple months, like be in the serious title challenges that they were? That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, we're gonna have to be almost perfect if we want to even get close to winning this league. Let's be honest.
Tell your boy Odegaard to start playing football properly, bro. Because Odegaard as well, I can't lie, man. He's just jarring me because such a talent as well. I don't know what Arteta. Obviously, I hear him with this 8 thing, but. Odegaard, it's not about big games. I know everyone talks about him about big games, but games like Palace as well. I don't think Odegaard just seems to be shining more and more. It just seems to be shying away. He does the basics okay. We know what Odegaard can provide. It's just like, please play football, please. Like we know you can do the basics. Just like you're the captain of Arsenal, please rise because I know you can.
The biggest thing with Odegaard that annoys me is he gets himself in such great positions, and then you think, just slap it, mate. Just slap the ball.
And then he passes it.
He's trying to do all these little touches in and around the area. It's like watching prime Arsene Wenger again. Do you know what I mean? Like we're trying to walk the ball in the back of the net. So, I get what you're saying.
Bro, is it true Arteta has told Odegaard not to shoot as much? I did hear a couple whispers about that. Like he's
quite possibly.
Well, I could see why he would have said that. But I think there's a difference because what Brandon said there is when he's in positions and you think he's going to shoot and he doesn't. But then I've seen Odegaard in positions where I think, bro, you got 2 men in front of you, but you're desperate for a goal. When he tries to shoot, it's like you're not going to get it past the first man. So look, Odegaard, we saw what he can do last season.
Yeah,
we know what he can do. I think 1 or 2 times yesterday as well, he just took a little longer. And again, by the way, let me be clear. I didn't watch the second half, only watched the first half. In the first half, I think Odegaard was taking a bit too long sometimes to let the ball off, as in just to pass it. And it's like there's a player making a run and he was almost like holding on to it for too long and then trying to make the pass. It's like, nah, you've lost that now. You need to recycle it and go the other way. He's not cooking, but you know what? There could be the narrative, right? So at the start of the season, when you were trying to change things about and whatever else, there was this narrative that maybe Arteta is trying things out because when it gets to business end of the season, he knows all the options. It could be that. And, he might have learned from last season and think now is where we need to come into form. Now is when I need to take the shackles off. Maybe he has learned that from Pep. I mean, I'm not sure if it is that, but I'm going to play devil's advocate and think maybe he's actually learned from last season. He's thinking it's important we reserve our energy, we let the shackles off in January, and then we go for it. But
it's
like
possible.
I said, next couple of weeks are big for you.
We got Thomas Partey's coming back at the end of this month as well.
Apparently.
Hopefully we get to see him in the midfield with Declan Rice.
How's he on the ball as a sticks?
What? Partey.
Is he as good as McAllister on the
ball? He's very good. We know he's very good.
Musa, if they get onto us, I'm blaming you, bro.
Rice was holding his hamstrings.
Girls, I love it. I love it. We're top of the team.
Yeah. Rice come off the pitch saying, I think he was seen wording my hammy or something like that. But we ain't got another game for another week and a half yet. So I think it'll be all right anyway.
Make a cool off.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Look, we're there. We'll see you next week. Well, it's FA
Someone
Cup.
just wrote as me.
Who?
Someone just wrote as me in the private chat.
What?
It's weird. Who just said F Tony?
Me.
On mine, it comes up as MCFC Daps.
Oh, it's because it probably hasn't changed from the computer. I changed over. This one, Love United. He said this a lot earlier. I know this is weekend roundups, but Cass and Daps, can we get your thoughts on United snatching Little Bro City's chain? Daps, tell us about Omar.
Bro, listen.
Omar's coming. Omar's coming. Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
To be fair, I've done some research on him, so as well.
Look, I just a brief one. We'll do a pre-record on it, and we'll update that soon. But for my side, obviously, firstly, it is beautiful that Manchester United, the second biggest club in the world, I think Man United are, right? The second biggest club in the world have got a positive. Let me be clear. Listen, for Manchester United to go and get anyone that is, I think probably he's the fourth in charge at City, yeah, to go and get someone that since 2011 has been involved in Manchester City and knows how Manchester City as a football club is run. For him to come in as the chief executive of operations, that is Manchester United's board saying, we want to change the way we operate. We want to operate like a club that operates well. It is sensational news for Manchester United, yeah? I've got nothing but the fact that that's what it should be. The fact that the second biggest club in the world have got sensational news and they're trying to link it back to my little club is beautiful. So I'm here for it all. United!
Sounds like victim mentality to me.
It's a little club now. It's a little club now.
We've been told a million times. And as for anyone that's going, he's jumping ship, let me just quickly on anyone that says, oh yeah, he's jumping ship because he knows 115 is coming, right? Well, do you really think Manchester United, would not do a bit of due diligence before they go and put someone in charge of their club that will be tarnished with that? Because, like I said, he's been here since 20.
I don't know. It's much. It's Man United.
All right. Well, in that case, all United fans that think, new coming Sir Ratcliffe, it's Man United, right? But to me, it says they've done their due diligence. And let me be clear, anyone that says, oh no, he wasn't involved in it, his names are all over the fucking emails, yeah? He was operations, he was chief operating manager, yeah? He was well aware of all of the things we're accused of. So, but now it's good. As a United fan, you can't see this as anything but good news. You can't, because it's openly saying, it's Ratcliffe and the board saying, we want to change how we operate. So
yeah. Pep's got a few words as well, just to end the stream.
We cannot replace him. We cannot.
I mean, apparently the thing is, that shouldn't have been Pep. Apparently,
I love that one.
You know what? We're not sure if we are going to replace him because he ultimately was like Ticky's right hand man, and they're saying we've still got Ticky, we've still got Serrano, we've still got the rest of the board. We might not need to replace him. So.
But yeah, look, tomorrow I'm going to explain it in depth about Omar from what I've searched up.
Omar from the wire.
Yeah, man, that's all I can think about, man. Omar's coming. But yeah, man, look, big up everyone there. Everyone's channel's in the description below. Brandon, True Guns TV, Welks Football, Welcome Talks Football, and then obviously you got Big Six Bants. And then big up Musa for jumping on. I think
love Musa.
Kind of done a Man United to Man City. I'm poaching from Big Six Bants from one time. Saw him personally. It is what it is. Monsters boy, isn't it? But yeah, man, look, back tomorrow. Should be back with a panel in the morning, so look out for that. Other than that, yeah, man. Like the video. I hate all you rivals because my team's shit right now.
But bro, you can be positive. You got
the takeover.
You got Omar now.
That's the biggest thing that's happened.
Omar's coming.
You got money to spend. You got money to spend.
You got money to spend now. Come on, getting director of football and that. Come on, biggest thing.
Is Omar coming in to manage the team then? Yeah.
That was shit.